pumpkin. Yeah. You good boy. Hi, it's Anne here with Fluffy, obviously. And this is my 5th update for my Vizart Palette project for 2025. This will be the last video you'll see Fluffy in. He goes home to his mom and dad today. He's a former foster. If you are new to my channel, I fostered him 2 years ago. Actually, it was June. It was around this time in June that I got him 2 years ago. I had him for about 4 months and then he got adopted. But every once in a while I do look after him because he's a difficult customer, although he is just getting easier and easier and mellowing out as he gets older. I feel you, bud. I think I'm mellowing out a little bit too. So let's get into this update. This will be a little tricky. Can you, oh yeah, there you go. Just put your 2 paws down. So mommy can use both her hands. Foster mommy can use both her hands. So we'll talk about our first palette. This is the face palette I am working on. Just give you a quick look at it. It's definitely moving along. I feel like the bronzer is looking real good. Definitely the highlight's getting really low too. I feel like I'm super close to hitting pan on that. So I'm really happy with the progress on this. I've also been trying to work on that middle blush as well here and there. So I am getting it down, but I do want to hit pan on the other one. That's kind of the goal. But yeah, I'm really happy with the progress of this. These two are getting like the 2 face shades. What do you call it? Finished face shades. Finishing powders are getting kind of awkward to use. They're kind of frustrating to use. I've been contemplating maybe scooping them out very soon. Maybe after the next update, we're halfway through the year, I might scrape them out and repress. Yes, that's the word I was trying to figure out in one of my previous videos. And repress them into like a separate pan because they're just getting irritating. And I generally, you can kind of see even by the pattern, I generally just swoop them together, swirl them together, and put them on together. Or sometimes I focus the lighter shade sort of the center of my face and the other shade to the outer of my face. I forget what that one's called, but that's the one I had a single of. Oh, I cannot. It's all worn on the back. I can't read because I'm blind, but B, it's getting all worn. But that's a shade that I've had a single of, and I really like it. Some people, it's a little dark on, and they use it as a bronzer. I feel like it matches my skin tone really nicely. So I have used it like as an all-over powder. So if I were to buy a single again, that would be a shade as a finishing powder that I would buy. So weights on this one. Last month it was 132.61 grams. It's now 132.31 grams. That's a difference of 0.3 grams. And then next up we have the eyeshadow palette that I'm working on. So there's a bunch of single shades. I say the top, but it's on the bottom because I hold it upside down. So kind of give you a little look there. And then those 4 shades along the bottom or the top on your screen is individual shades that I've been kind of playing with. I am going to pull those out. I haven't picked new shades yet. I think I'm just going to pick 2. I want to kind of keep it simple and keep focusing on, I've been really focusing on this palette, trying to get these shades done. You can see that one shade is very close to being done. So I'm going to aim to finish that for the next update, as well as I think this shade I could probably have pretty much close to done by next update. I've also been working on this pink shade. It's taken me a long time and I still haven't hit pan. I don't know why. I feel like I'm, using it quite a bit. So I'm definitely getting my money's worth on that little shade. And I think that was from one of those quads, like those 4 quads, like the cheaper quads, I think. It might also be from the Real Her palette, but I think it was from one of the like Color Workshop quads. So yeah, definitely get my money's worth on that. So really happy with how this is progressing. Once I do finish that one shade, I will try and pull in another shade. Same with this one. I'm going to try and pull in shades, and I don't know what I'm going to pull in yet. I don't know what my singles are looking like, if I'll be able to pull in one that's, to finish, or if I'll pull in one just to hit pan. But we'll do our best to at least hit pan on some more shades. Be nice to finish more. But yeah, I feel pretty good about how this is going along. I think it's working really well for me. It's an easy, everyday eyeshadow palette, again, for the sake of being repetitive, going back to the office a bit more. And this is like, I don't have to think about it. I just throw it on. So last month this was 15.64 grams. It's now 15.53 grams. That's a difference of 0.11 grams. And then I've been working on this little single from ColourPop. It's going slower. It's starting to slow down because it's really starting to get dry. So this is in the shade Frog. And I've talked about, like, I think I can hit pan. I'm going to have to, like, maybe, like, scrape it a little bit to, like, because I feel like, yeah, it's almost getting hard pan on it. You can kind of almost see that if it will focus on this. Hopefully you can kind of almost see there's like a little bit of hard pan in the middle there. And like I said, it's really starting to dry out. I used it maybe 2 or 3 times last month, but very, very little weight change. So last month this was 18.64. It's now 18.62. So that's a difference of 0.02. So that is the panning portion of this project. And then I've talked about, I'm just kind of like playing with palettes and playing with things. My last update, I talked about picking eyeshadows for going on vacation to Vegas, and I took way too many with me. So the ones that I did take with me was Ice Dream from ColourPop. I wore this one quite a bit. This single shade from NARS. I think I only wore this once. This is in Himalaya. So I took this instead of the single shade in my Partners in Cream. I took this with me. This is this Aracelli shade, and it's a great like topper kind of sparkly shade. Oh no, this is not the one I took. I ended up not taking this one. I grabbed the wrong one. If you look at my last month's video, there's a sparkly shade that I have from Misha. That's the one that I took. I don't think I took this one. No, I don't think I did. I think I thought about it and then I ended up not taking this one. I took this quad and I used this one quite a bit. This is the ColourPop quad in Cancer. Tender Loving Cancer is the official name. Really enjoy those top 2 shades. And actually the 2 bottom shades, I end up wearing those a lot with like other shadows, like just using them as my like lid and crease shade and then picking one of these singles to play with. And then the other palette, this was a custom palette. So this is originally Vizart Pro 2, so you can see that's the original colors on the back. And then I went through all of my Vizart palettes and picked out shades I wanted to wear. So this is the palette that I created. Again, I wanted to kind of keep it cool toned with some darks. I used everything in this palette except for the black, I think. I think I used everything else. Yeah, so this one I didn't actually use as much. I think I just used each shade once. I didn't use it as much as I thought I would because, again, I tended to just grab this. It was a little bit easier. So that's kind of what happened last month. I can't remember if I had any palettes outside of that out or that I was working on. I can't remember. So I did pick out some new, oh, I did grab these 2 as well. So again, yeah, way too many eyeshadows. And I did use each of these. One is the Laura Mercier in, what's this one called? Moonlight, I think. Yes, Moonlight, which is a brighter color than Strapless, which many people have Strapless because that was in a birthday gift from Sephora a couple years ago. And then this one from Kiko Milano. I don't know the shade name. And it's either 09 or 06. It's like a pinky shade. Again, a really pretty shade, but I used each of those just once because I brought them and I'm like, I gotta use them. I brought them. Otherwise, like, I didn't need to bring those. I could have avoided bringing those. So I have picked out some palettes for use over the next little while. So this one is the Huda Beauty Nude Light palette. And unfortunately, I dropped it. Actually, I've actually dropped it more than once. That shade is just hanging on by a thread. Yeah, it's definitely testing me in terms of wanting to stick around. So yeah, I've worn this. I did wear this in a video recently. Might be the last video I just filmed. I can't remember the one before that. So yeah, I have this out. I might play with it one more time. I pulled this out because I had the other ColourPop one out. So this one is the 5-Star Island Animal Crossing collab. I got this in a mystery box. It feels very summery, spring summery, bright, fun. So that's why I pulled this one out. I generally don't wear this as like a quad in and of itself. I generally mix these with other shadows. This is always a quad that I'm like, will I get rid of it? Because I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like, again, it was in a mystery box. I didn't pick it myself. The eyeshadow that I'm wearing today is the Too Faced Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. Again, love this palette. Highly recommend this palette to pretty much everybody. This is kind of like the new chocolate bar palette for me. And I think, again, from a standard palette to pick for people, it is very neutral. A couple of warm tones, a couple of more, I wouldn't say cool tones, but more neutral tones. But overall, just a really easy palette to wear. And again, I would highly recommend this. Good quality, good color story. If somebody's looking for a palette that's not super into makeup, but is like, I want to start wearing eyeshadow, this is the palette that I would recommend. Again, easy to access to for most people. Although we can't buy Too Faced online anymore in Canada. So anyway, and then the other palette I picked out is this one because I didn't get to use this one last year when I was doing my palette project. I forgot about this one or something happened, and this one got lost in the mix. This is the Los Angeles palette. Well, it's actually lost in Los Angeles. And it's a very summery palette, so I'm going to keep this out probably through the next 3 months. Like, I want to keep this out until at least end of August because I really want to play with this. I really, really enjoy this color story. These colors are so fun. Again, it's a palette that I maybe don't wear the colors together, but I'll add one of these colors and mix it, like, for example, with the Too Faced Natural Nudes to get, like, a pop of color or whatever. Yeah, it's a really, really fun palette. It can feel a little intimidating, but once you start playing with it, you're like, oh, these aren't that bad. Like, they're bright, but not, like, I don't know, scary. Like, some palettes have very bright colors, and when you put them on your eye, you're like, oh, crap. But these ones, whenever I use them, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. I really like it. So, yeah, I'm really excited to play with this guy because I haven't really played with it in quite some time, it feels like. So, yeah, that is sort of the second part of this project, the palettes that I'm going to be playing with. I'm not doing a no pan left behind. I just want to make things easy for myself. You can see I have done no pan left behind. Like, when you look at some of my palettes, that's what the little white papers are on the top. That's from the last time I did this. And actually, yeah, so that's why this one doesn't have that, because I did not use that in my no pan left behind. I missed this one. But yeah, I don't want to make things hard on myself. I just want to play and have fun, make sure I'm using some of my other palettes while I'm working on my project pan stuff. So yeah, things are just trucking along quite nicely with this project. I'm not mad. I'm happy with how things are looking and using these products. And again, getting some time to play with some other things as well. So, this little guy is just, you can see the top of his head. He's just so sweet. He's definitely mellowed out. Like yesterday, for example, we took him to a patio and some kids went by on skateboards. And in the past, that was like a trigger for him. He would start barking and lose his mind. And he was on alert. He was watching them, but he didn't like react. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, he was like, I can't be bothered. He still has his funny little things. Yeah, there's little things that he's done. Like, I forgot you did that. Or I forgot you did that. Yeah, he's so sweet. He's definitely a testament for how a dog can transform when they're in a loving home. Like, clearly his mom and dad are so good with him and love him so much. And it shows. Yeah, it shows. You're so sweet. Alright, that is my 5th update for my Pan That palette for 2025. If you like this video, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.